Hey guys, welcome back to another Snobby Beer review. I'm Max Bang as always, and we've got another Russian River beer. This is Blnd Pig. This is a IPA. According to the bottle, a blind pig is what it was a code word or code term that they used during Prohibition. So if you walked into a bar and you ordered a blind pig, they would give you a beer served in a mason jar. I'm not drinking this out of a mason jar. I'm going to drink it out of a snifter, but I think Vinny from Russian River also used to own a brew pub called Blnd Pig. So lots of meaning behind the name, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious because it's Russian River, so let's get right into it. Alright, as for the appearance, it's very orange. I mean, it kind of, it has like a yellow-orange color, and it's pretty darn clear. There's a little bit of haze in there, but for the most part, you can see pretty much through it. The head was maybe about 2 fingers when I poured it. It's since dissipated to just a little sliver. As far as the smell, it's actually pretty subtle. It's not the strongest smelling IPA that I've ever smelled. It is within, they recommend drinking an IPA within a month of it being brewed, and I'm still within that month. So that being said, it smells pretty subtle. There is that citrus and that grapefruit that you get from a lot of American IPAs. It also has a little bit of like a mango type of smell, or just kind of maybe like pineapple. Just very, very subtle though. It's not beating you over the head, and that's, that's kind of stretching a little bit. There's a little bit of sweetness in the nose too, and maybe a little bit of maltiness, but like I said, very, very subtle on the nose. Alright, as for the taste, good amount of bitterness right up front. There's a little bit of some pininess, and maybe a little bit of citrus notes, but for the most part, the hop flavor is kind of, it's kind of held back a little bit. I mean, it's not like Pliny the Elder or other IPAs or Imperial IPAs where it's just like, grapefruit all over the place. I mean, this is kind of, I don't want to say it's a subtle tasting beer, but the hop presence is a little bit, like the flavor and the aroma is kind of, it's kind of held back a little bit. That being said, I mean, it's not a bad thing that they do that. This is very, very drinkable and very, very, I mean, it's a wonderful tasting beer. There's a little bit of that mango and kind of pineapple flavor too. I'm getting a little bit of graininess and some like bready biscuit notes. Alright, as far as the mouthfeel, this is extremely drinkable. It's an excellent, excellent beer. The carbonation is a little bit more than what I expected. However, I mean, that's not a bad thing. In this case, it's a very good thing. I mean, the carbonation is there, and it kind of, it scrubs the tongue a little bit, but it still leaves, you still have that kind of like hop bitterness as you breathe in and out after you take a sip. It's pretty dry, which makes it very, very drinkable. As for the score for Blnd Pig from Russian River, I gotta go with 4 out of 5 on this one. It's really excellent. I mean, this is a crazily easily drinkable beer. Crazily easily drinkable. The taste is wonderful. It's got a good amount of bitterness. I mean, this is a really, really good example of an American IPA. Alright, well that wraps it up for this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and this is really good. And Russian River, they make some really, really incredible beers. I mean, most of them are some crazy, Belgian style with Brettanomyces and all this other stuff. But when it comes to the classics, nobody does it better. I mean, they just do, they knock these kind of beers out of the park. I mean, no question. But you guys know what to do. Grab a beer, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time.